Tommy, I was looked at today by a person. You ever get looked at by a person?
Wow, that sounds really pervy.
Yeah, I was taken aback. I said, "Why don't you just keep your eyes to yourself, citizen? Maybe,
He
maybe,
didn't. He
maybe
didn't
put,
smack that. Oh, go ahead.
maybe put those eyes behind some lids or something. That's what they're for. Those eyelids."
You didn't smack that Easter ham that you have on your rear end.
Excuse me.
Like, check out this Easter ham in the carpenter jeans.
Wait a minute. Is that what you call a booty? You call booties Easter hams?
We just had Easter. I don't know. 2 hams, right?
Oh man, I kind of love that. I'm gonna call all butts from now on Easter hams.
Honey glazed.
Look at that honey glazed Easter ham on that, babe. Hey, girl, hey.
Oh, I thought
Wow.
we were talking about dudes, but all right.
Yeah, well, you talk about what you want to. I'll talk about the Easter hams I want to. But anyways, this person looked at me, really sized me up, you understand, and had the unmitigated gall to ask if I had been losing weight. I've never been more offended, Tommy.
Wow, so he thought you were fat.
He asked me if I had been losing weight. I was offended because, in fact, I've never been fatter.
Well, that's a good thing, I think.
It's a good thing that I've never been fatter. I am gaining
It's a good thing that he didn't notice it.
as
He
we
thinks
speak
you're
right now. As we speak right now, I am gaining calories by the minute, just absorbing them all around me like some black hole of gluttony. Here I am. I look like living hell, Tommy.
Well, you know how I feel.
Yeah, I do. I feel your pain now. I feel like this is some sort of karmic retribution for all the pain and punishment I've inflicted on your poor sensitive soul.
Does every piece of clothing hurt?
I mean, it's chafing me.
I was telling the beloved that today. I was like, okay, I got to stop eating Dairy Queen because have you ever been in the position where like you feel like you're busting out of your clothes? Because that's how I feel constantly now.
Oh man, those track pants are splitting, are they?
I got 501 Levi's on right now. Thank you very much.
Damn, how painted on are they though? They flooding, yo?
No,
Okay.
they're nice. But get this. I bought yesterday. I couldn't sleep. No, 2 nights ago I couldn't sleep, and so I was messing around on the interweb, and I found polyester cowboy dress pants. Guess what I did? I bought them.
Boy, when are you gonna wear those? Really gonna impress some relatives, some in-laws with those?
I hope that I can wear them all the time. But you know, and it was so funny tonight at the show. A guy said, "You ain't got no ass, man," which is very true. I do not have an ass.
You don't have no honey glazed Easter ham, sir.
I have nothing. I just have a big old crack in my back, and that's very true. But a guy yelled that out tonight, which was really weird. So and my reply was like, "You're very right, sir. Quit looking at my ass, blah blah blah." And I was like, "It's funny because I just ordered jeans." And I probably should be like a 46 waist, but since I have no ass, I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm a 38, which is very true. But since I ordered dress pants, I was looking at the reviews and they said order 2 sizes bigger, right? So I ordered 42, 29s because I'm a very tall man. And I don't know. I just, well, that's the joke. 29s, come on. I just feel like they're not going to fit right. But if they fit right, I'm never wearing anything else.
I mean,
I just want to be in those George Jones fucking polyester pants.
If all else fails, you can always buy suspenders. I feel like you could pull off suspenders.
That's a good call.
If anybody's going to keep suspenders from becoming an extinct thing, it could be you.
My good buddy, Sean Patrick Mohr, who lives in his van in L.A., and sometimes back at his hometown in Wisconsin, he wears suspenders on stage, and it fits him perfectly. He's bigger than me, but I mean that in the best way. It fits him. He's got a huge beard, and he always wears like a black T-shirt, blue jeans, and suspenders, and it's perfect.
See, be like an SPM and have some sus on you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this man, you know. I was so mad. I couldn't tell. I couldn't get a beat on it. I was like, you sarcastic
Glaring
something
back.
or other. You facetious so-and-so. Are you being...
That's what we have to think, right? Like,
Yeah.
why are you looking at me?
Yeah. Are you being...
About me?
Are you trying to pull some shenanigans? Are you full of poppycock right now? What is this tomfoolery? I says. Excuse me?
I said balderdash.
Yeah, it is balderdash. But there is a silver lining to this angry storm cloud of a story, Tommy. This happened, and then I remembered. This memory came rushing back to my head, and I was so glad it did, because I remember back when I was a kid, and I had witnessed the worst career choice in the world, probably even the most dangerous profession in this America of ours.
Rodeo clown?
No, even worse. I was at the county fair, though. You're pretty close.
Okay.
And I saw this man who was a prime example of male pattern baldness and just the stereotype of a middle-aged man, you know, older than middle age, but not quite entirely an old yet. Kind of that.
I think I got you.
Kind of that male purgatory where you look older than you actually are.
Right.
So I see this man, and he was at the Guess Your Weight booth, which is an occupation that happens to you when you suffer an extreme midlife crisis and you never quite recover from it.
It's what happens when your Kid Rock is your hero.
For sure. I feel like with a job like this, your every breath has to be another midlife crisis.
Or just a shot of Hennessy.
Well, yeah, that's funny because he kind of looked like he was a man who shotgun Coors Light in between drags of Marlboro Reds. He was that guy. He probably smells like a taco salad.
I just gave Hennessy. I just hit on not Hennessy, Fireball. That's better.
You don't like a Hennessy?
Really Hennessy's good. That's why I said
No.
I'm going to retract Hennessy. I'm going to replace it with Fireball.
Yeah, but people like Fireball. There's all sorts of woot girls going crazy right now because you
like
mentioned
Fireball because it's fucking 49 cents a shot.
Oh man, they sell it at gas stations at the counter. It's crazy.
In fact, I stopped at a gas station day in Mackinac City, and if you're from Michigan, and people aren't from Michigan, Mackinac City is the last city right before the Mackinac Bridge that leads you to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
But we stopped there. My parents got lotto tickets. I got Hall's defense because I got some sort of, I don't know, half sore throat. I took a test. It's negative. But I got the Hall's defense. And then at the counter was like this huge, fucking huge. I mean, I'm talking 2 foot wide by 3 foot long, big old tube that's probably 3 foot tall. And it has a huge sign that says Fireball 99 cents. You know how many Fireball shots they had in there? None. So I asked the cashier, I was like, oh, good day for Fireball, huh? And she's like, I don't know. We can't keep them stocked.
They're flying off the shelves.
Pretty much. Yeah. I'm like, why don't you just get rid of the box then? Why is this taking up half the fucking counter?
Man, you're really criticizing this establishment.
No, it was fun. They sold cheap Hall's defense and a gallon of water for 99 cents. So. Yay.
This can't be a thing anymore, right? These Guess Your Weight booths. I feel like this has to be one of the first victims of things that were canceled.
Right. Guess your weight. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Way to take a Gen Xer to the fucking fair.
So this guy was doing his thing, and I was watching, just fascinated, you know, because man, what's going to happen? How does this guy do it? And
yeah, he's always got to undershoot, right?
You would think, yeah. So
he's looking at like a 210er, and he's like 160.
That would be the smart thing to do, Tommy. So he got the attention of these two girls, and I think they were probably teenagers, if I remember right. I don't know. If not, early 20s. And he was
Where was this at again?
It was at the county fair.
You were at the county fair?
Yeah.
There's a county fair going on in April?
I mean, I said when I was a kid.
Oh my God! See, that's. I've been drinking a lot tonight. That's why I had to backtrack. Okay, I get you.
Okay,
it's in the past. Okay,
it is in the past, Tommy. It's in the past.
Remember this podcast when I used to drink?
Yeah, oh yeah, I recall. Trainwreck Thompson, they called you.
Let's call it 1990.
Okay. Anyways, he was really trying to get the attention of these girls, and he's like, "Come here, come on. I don't bite. Let me make your night. Come here, come on, girl.
Yeah. You see?
You see? Take a chance. Watch me dance. Guess your weight.
Yeah.
Don't be late."
Your mom's name's Betty. How'd I know?
So I really wanted to watch this man with his eye scales, practice his craft.
Yeah, his 2 teeth.
His 2 teeth.
Prison tats, I'm sure.
And anyways, he looked at one of these girls and said, "How about you, darling? Let me see. 215. Nice. You weigh 215 pounds.
Oof. That seems, I don't think I'd ever go that high.
Yeah, no, I don't know much about ladies, Tommy. Hey, girls, hey. But I do know that guessing any woman's weight as over 200 pounds could result in a death stare that makes you spontaneously combust. It's not a thing you should do.
Right. One. I remember this as a kid, so don't judge me. But it was one of the funniest things as a kid. I would never do this, but I remember my cousin talking to his uncle at a backyard barbecue, and I was probably like 13, and his uncle was telling my cousin, other side of the family, that he was banging a chick last night, and my cousin was like, "Oh, was she hot?" And he was like, "She was about too fucking heavy," but I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm never going to say that ever."
There was this dude that I knew, and his friend used to go around because his friend was like this fetching dude that could, had charm and was allegedly handsome, and he'd walk up to girls that he thought were uggos and give them his phone number and like flirt with them and whatever and say, call me. And it wasn't his phone number. It was the phone number to a plastic surgeon's office.
Oh my god! I hope that guy lost a limb.
What a fucking douchebag, right?
I hope he just like lost like half of his nose or something.
I know. I hope he fell in a tar pit.
What a terrible person.
Yeah. So anyways, this guy was like, "You're 215 pounds," and he thought he nailed it. And she's like, and she was like, "I'm 175 pounds." And she just started walking away. And I'll never forget this. He yelled at her as she walked away, "Come on, baby. It looks good on you."
Like that's how he gets them back. Yeah.
Where's your job review, bro? I mean, what are the checks and balances when you guess weight at a fair? How many bad guesses till you get reassigned to running the teacup rides or something?
Jesus Christ. Come on, baby. It looks good on you, even though I added 50 pounds or whatever.
It looks good on you. Look at those. Look at those honey glazed Easter hams.
Yeah, more cushion for the pushing. Just whatever fucking redneck stupid ass thing.
More hamming for the slamming.
There you go. Glazing for the spraysing.
Well, excuse me, you're gross.
I am. I'm a bad man.
You ever think about becoming a guy that guesses weights?
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Oh my God, no. They'd have to pay me. They would like if somebody came up and was like, "We'll give you $500 to do it for like an hour," and I'd be like, "Fuck off." No, I'm not going to do that. And $2,000 an hour. Now we're talking. But I'd always undershoot, right?
You'd have to undershoot. I think the thing was on the thing, he had to be within 10 pounds.
And he was still.
He was just like way over. He was like just astronomically wrong.
Did I ever talk about on the podcast, speaking of carnies, about me and Abe Falcon driving up north one night on a whim? We were like 19 We didn't want to get any alcohol. We could have gotten it, but we were like, nah, let's just drive up north and see what happens. So we drove up north to a little town called Caseville. And people that listen in Michigan and people that aren't in Michigan should know that Caseville is the tip of the thumb, the very, very tip of the thumb.
Yeah.
And so we drove up to Caseville, and it was like 3 a.m, and we walked. There's a break wall, a pier, if you will, but they call it the break wall.
It's a good idea. I should go to Caseville this weekend, actually.
Oh, I love Caseville. It's the best.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you're not from Michigan and you're not familiar with Caseville, just Google it and you'll love it. It's like a seaside town. It's amazing. But so me and Abe are walking down this pier at like 3 a.m. It's dark as hell. I think they have street lights on the pier nowadays, but this was 20 years ago. And,
yeah, they do have them now.
Yeah, right. But they didn't have them back then.
Right.
And so, so we're walking, and the closer we get to the end of the pier, which is probably, what would you say, about 200 yards?
Yeah.
It's pretty long.
Yeah, it's long.
And so we get to like the 175-yard mark, and we're hearing voices. We're like, holy shit, somebody's out here. And we get to the end of the pier, and it's this 15-year-old girl. We know that because she said she turned 15 years old that day. She has a Playboy bunny hat. She's with one of the carnies. We didn't even know there was a carnival in town. And he's like, yeah, this is my girl, Dirty Diz. And she's like, yeah, they call me Dirty Diz. And I'm like, holy fuck. And me and Abe were like, we need to get out of here right now. She was 15. He was probably like 22. But apparently he was a traveling carny. He let us know that. He looked like a very, very bad ripoff of Eminem.
Oh, man.
And there was a 15-year-old Dirty Diz wearing a Playboy bunny hat. We're like, we're out of here. I wonder what old Dirty Dez is up to nowadays.
Probably getting even dirtier, I would imagine.
Probably working with that guy who guesses people's weight at the county fair.
My God.
Did I ever tell you that story?
No. That's weird.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We were just like, we don't want to get drunk tonight. So just drove up north, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Like, we probably should have got drunk.
Yeah, that's what happens. You were suffering from alcohol withdrawal, and that was the image you saw. That was the... No. Yeah, I guess it was like the cheeseburger festival. We didn't know it at the time. It wasn't that big of a thing. Now it's a huge thing. Oh, man. Yeah.
20 years ago, it was like hardly anything, but I think it's worldwide famous now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Randy. I'm rambling too much for you tonight, I can tell.
Are you? Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is going well. I'm drunk as hell. So.
Oh, man, you rhymed.
I've had like 4 or 5 beers and like a shot of Jose Cuervo. So.
Oh, man. You're really getting all sauced up.
Yeah, this is like 2014.
Jesus Christ.
What are you drinking? Are you drinking?
I have a Bud Light, yeah. A tall one. Yeah.
I got Keweenaw Brewing Company Red Jacket Amber Ale. Want to know why I bought this? Okay, I'll read you the description on the side of the can. Medium-bodied and lightly hopped, this classic Oktoberfest stopped. That's it. Oktoberfest is my favorite style, so I didn't read the rest. There's like a fucking 2 paragraphs more.
Man. When you read a label like that, do your lips move when you read stuff?
Probably. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, God. You're one of those people.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm silently reading or audibly reading. And yeah. Yeah, I'm a weirdo, Randy. What can I say?
I don't know. The only thing I can say is drop that beat, boy.
Put it in. We're drinking summer shandy on Thursday. We so motherfucking out here, though. We never been this out here. Woo! So strange when it's changing the speed. What you know about Leonard Skinner? darker the intro, the hotter the verse every time, baby. Well, I've been working like a working man do. Got my act together, gonna walk all over you. Pressure pushing down on me, pushing down on you. Shit, let's raise the roof. Woo! About time, it's the era of the rebels. Cloud nine in the air up in the vessels. Generation fearless, got a taste for weirdness. Flow on fire, that's the way my beard is. Hard times, jump starting the grind. It's all good, y'all. Things fall apart sometimes. Let it go, let me know when you're ready, though. Don't push me, cuz until the edge I'm close. When the time comes, ride for something. Or live to be 90, then just die for nothing. Speak their heart, your baby, speak their mind. And I'ma play their part, and I'ma freak that rhyme one time for you. Rhyme one time for you. I'm an island, man. There ain't nothing else by me, man. And I drink enough whiskey to float a battleship around this bitch any motherfucking how. Wow.
Welcome to the Miserable Retail Slave Show. I'm coming to you from the Podjack outside beautiful Bay City, Michigan. My name is Randy, and with me is the malfeasant, malcontent, the man they call Tommy. What's up, sir? How's it going tonight?
It's going amazing. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, boy, he's so full of life. Vim and vigor, piss and vinegar. Holy shit. He's been fueled by a full night of comedy. He's phoning it in. He's a road comic, yo. He's in a hotel room. He's a big time dude. He's at a casino. Jeez, what a lifestyle. What a lifestyle.
You could hardly tell that I bombed.
Did you really?
No, not exactly, but my fucking dad, holy shit. I brought my dad along to feature, and they fucking loved him. And I did okay. I mean, I didn't bomb. I sold, $40 in merch and stuff, which is pretty good. There was like 30 people there, maybe 40.
That's pretty bad when your dad, who performs like once every 3 months, completely outstages you.
He's been on fire lately, and yeah, wow, they loved him, and it just happens sometimes. But no, I can't say I bombed, but I'm very happy for my dad right now. If it was somebody else that did that well in front of me, I'd probably be bummed out. But I'm happy that they loved him. They didn't hate me. It was okay. I give it like a B-, but I give my dad like an A+. They fucking loved him.
Any other comedian, you'd be throwing a Molotov cocktail through their hotel room window right now.
I'm always happy when people do well. But no, I didn't really bomb, but I just I don't know. I just didn't have the set that I've been used to lately. I've been killing a lot lately, so I was a little. I don't
Listen
think I
to the ego on this son of a bitch, would you?
I'm being real.
Oh God, here we go, being real.
Hey man, that's what happens in comedy. You kill, and then you just don't. I mean, you just don't. And I didn't bomb by any means, but I give it like a B-, like a B+, maybe a B.
I like
lately. I've been.
I like to call that the great humbling. Like I'm obviously not a stand-up comedian, even though I'm so funny, such an entertainer I am. But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, in real life, like I experience this a lot. Like a bunch of good shit will happen. I'll be on quite a roller coaster of awesomeness, and then all of a sudden, my self-esteem will be riding high, and then something will happen. 3 things will happen in a row, and I'll just be plummeting to rock bottom again. And I'm like, oh, that's a great humbling, Yeah.
Well, right. And what happened to me tonight, and I knew it right before I went on stage, I don't get nervous anymore. I don't care anymore. I mean, I care, but I feel like if I don't worry about shit, then I'm more in the moment and it makes it better. My dad's a very old school style comedian, and I'm a very in the moment and very try to, I don't know, just make fun of what's happening in the room and stuff. And so very different styles, I guess. And,
That's the
I
big
don't know.
difference with you that I've noticed in the last year, I would say, is that you're you're a lot better. You have a lot better stage presence now than you ever have.
Thank you. Yeah. I quit caring.
No, that's probably key. Yeah.
Yeah, I quit worrying about anything, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did, my set. My set's a lot of drinking jokes, a lot of blah blah blah, and these people weren't really drinking, and
I do know your set. I could probably recite your set.
Yeah. Oh, which is awesome. My dad started doing my jokes in the middle of his set. It was so funny. He did it to fucking fuck with me. And he did them so fucking good. It was amazing. He did them word for word, and it was awesome. I laughed so fucking hard. He did my Duber joke word for word, and it was awesome. So that was very funny. And I leaned over to the MC and I was like, God, he's doing this to fuck with me. And I was just laughing so hard, but it was great. And it's funny, I didn't even say anything to him after the show, and he probably forgot. I got to go find him on the gaming floor. But yeah, we're at the Island Resort and Casino up in Harris, Michigan, which is about 7 hours from Flint. I mean, yeah, my dad fucking killed it. And I did okay. As a headliner. I think I did okay, but they really, really liked him. So I'm really happy for him right now. So I don't know where I was going with all that, but I sold money. I mean, I sold T-shirts and a few stickers and a couple pictures. They didn't hate me,
Yeah, the Upper Peninsula is a weird place.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's like I don't know. It's like it wants to be Wisconsin so bad, but there's no people there. So
if you don't know people, we live in Michigan. And there's two parts to Michigan, which is weird. The first main part, the most important part, is hold up your hand right now and put all your fingers together and make sure your thumb is outstretched. That's what the state looks like. That's how everyone describes their location.
The Lower Peninsula, right?
In the Lower Peninsula.
Now turn that hand cockeyed. Horizontal. Yeah,
and then you have the Upper Peninsula, which is like a superfluous skin tag that you'd like to get removed. Dude,
I love the Upper Peninsula. I love it. It's a vast nothing.
It's a vast nothing. It takes you like 2 hours to get any place of note.
I love it, man. It's beautiful, though. I mean, if you're a nature lover, oh my God, there's nothing better. And I love these small towns that you go through. There's like a half a gas station,
And that's it.
You got a bathroom? No. No bathroom. They have beef jerky and a fucking pint of, I don't know, wine.
It's so much different from the Lower Peninsula. It might as well be another country.
Yeah,
it's wild.
I love it.
I was there last summer, and I'm going to be there in like 2 weeks. I'm going up there with Polly Walnuts. We're going bird watching, apparently.
Nice. You joined that crew.
I didn't join any crew. He was like, hey, I'm going to the UP. Do you want to come? I'm like, okay.
Is Beer Wad going?
No. Just me and Polly Walnuts.
That's cool. What city are you guys going to?
White Point, something like that.
Oh shit! You're going straight up.
Yeah, and then that's
that's where the wreck of the Emmett Fitzgerald happened.
Yeah, we might go to the shipwreck museum.
Yeah.
And then we're going to.
They would have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her.
Yeah, and then we're going to Tequamanen Falls. So
that's where my parents had their honeymoon at way back in the day. That's up in Paradise, Michigan.
It is in Paradise. I was there last summer, in fact.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, for the people that are listening, this might be maybe be a bit boring, but if you're from any other state than Michigan, you got to look up the UP, because what happened was way back in the day, Ohio had the UP, right? And then you're a history major, right?
Ohio had the UP. How does that work? Ohio was like not even.
The Toledo War was in Michigan and Ohio. They had a thing called the Toledo War,
right?
And there was no battle, but it was considered a war, and it was settled that Michigan would give Ohio Toledo if Ohio would give us the UP. And so it was like a border thing. And so they agreed to it, and Ohio said they won. And it's like, well, what'd you guys win? Like 2 strip malls and a bowling alley? Because we won $1 billion of lumber industry. So
I don't know. Toledo's pretty cool, though.
Toledo's pretty cool, but I mean, is it as profitable as the UP? Absolutely not.
I mean, how does it feel to be in the middle of nowhere when, like, last weekend you were with the co-star of Jerry Maguire? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. This casino is literally in the middle. Literally, you're driving down US 2, and it's a 1-lane highway. Sometimes they have a passing lane, but it's usually just a 2-lane highway. One east, one west. And just woods. I mean, tallest trees. And then out of nowhere, there's just this fucking huge, gigantic 6-story hotel, a huge gaming floor, real games. I'm going to go lose my ass on blackjack here in a few minutes. But yeah. And then you said last weekend I was with, say it again. I liked how you said it.
One of the co-stars of Jerry Maguire, the one and only Jay Mohr.
Yeah. Jay Mohr was awesome, man. I was with Jay Mohr for 5 shows Thursday through Saturday at the Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin, which is probably my favorite club that I've ever been to. And I shouldn't say that on the podcast, but I love it so much. They're amazing. And Jay Mohr was awesome. He was so cool. He signed your Cherry Falls or whatever the fuck it's called. Is that what it's called? Cherry Falls?
Yeah, it's called Cherry Falls.
Randy's a huge fan of this Jay Mohr slasher movie. This is the best because Jay Mohr is very much in sobriety, and he talks about it. He's cool, and I'm like fucking half drunk, and I'm drinking. He's like, I don't care, we're in the green room, and he's got this cowboy that travels with, literally cowboy, like handlebar mustache, cowboy hat, Harley Davidson shirt, tight ass Wranglers, cowboy boots, and this guy follows him everywhere. It's amazing. I don't know who he is. I mean, I can speculate about who he is. Let's just say he's Jay Mohr's traveling partner. I don't know. He's cool as fuck. He laughs at everything. He's a nice guy. So we're sitting there, and I'm telling Jay Mohr, I'm like, hey, man, my buddy's a huge fan. He's got this poster, and he's got this DVD of Cherry Falls. He wants you to sign it. And Jay laughs, and he goes, yeah, I love signing shit, ironically. So he immediately thinks that you hate the movie.
Right. Yeah. Like,
and I'm like, no, he loves it. I was like, I don't even know what the movie is. And so Jay gives me a plot of the movie. He's like, I'm the serial killer, and I go back to high school, and he's like, I only kill virgins in the high school. And I'm like, oh, that's why Randy likes the movie. That's exactly what I say to Jay Mohr. And he's laughing his ass out. But yeah, he signed your shit. And yeah, it was funny.
Well, I mean, I'm a huge fan of horror movies. So,
yeah,
and specifically slashers, and I feel like this one's a really good one.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Yeah, it was all good. I think I called you a cunt, and he's like, "Why would you call your best friend a cunt?" I was like, "I don't know, because he's a cunt." Jay's like, "Did you just call your best friend a cunt?" I was like, "Sure, yeah."
And also Jay Mohr, like, he's one of the reasons I started podcasting. He had a podcast.
More stories.
Yeah, way back in the day. I loved it.
I told him about that. Yeah, I told him that you're a huge fan. It's so funny because could you imagine your opener being like, okay, my buddy's a huge fan.
Right. I don't know shit about you, to be honest, but.
Okay, listen to me, John Mohr.
What's your
Which
fucking
is his
name?
real name, by the way.
I love the fact that you were driving him nuts for like 2 days. That's my favorite thing.
Super spaz. He's crazy too, though. He would come out of the green room. There'd be nobody around because Skyline is set up to like the green room is in like the Skyline's perfect. So they have the room where you actually perform in, and then there's a curtain that blocks that off, and then the next room you have to walk through to get to the exit, which is just like the merchandise room, pretty much is what it is. It's where you meet and greet and merchandise. And so he kept coming out of the green room, which is at the back of the merchandise room behind a curtain. And he would just come out of the room and go, ha! Wow! out of nowhere and just walk back in. And like, oh, okay, what? And there was nobody around. It's just Jay Mohr coming out and making like some crazy call. He was cool though. He was very cool. He was very nice. It was funny because Thursday night he ordered a pizza at the club. And Friday morning I got up to go to the gas station, and the room next to me had the same pizza box outside of the room in the hallway of the hotel. So when I got to the club Friday night, I was like, Jay, you're in room 413, aren't you? And he's like, you motherfucking stalker. Like, I saw your pizza box, man. He's like, oh, Tommy's going to sleep on his stomach tonight with his ass up in the air. It was funny. He was great. I mean, he was great.
Now, here's why I'm like thrilled that Jay Mohr was as cool as he was, because he not only signed my shit, he made a special effort to sign my shit. And that's how I know he's a cool dude.
Yeah, Thursday night I said something to him. I'm like, hey man, we're kind of busy right now, but I was telling him about you, and like I was like, so maybe you sign it tomorrow night. He's like, yeah, you know, sign it, you know. And so I forgot. And then Saturday night, the MC, actually Trevor Anderson, who's out of Minnesota somewhere. Great. He's not even an MC. He's like a headliner, but he wanted to try to get back into Skyline because it's such a reputable club. So I guess his parent or his mother-in-law lives like an hour away or whatever. So anyway, he was great, but I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, everybody was talking about him signing your stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I went down. I don't know what I was doing. I was probably grabbing a beer out of my car because I'm a fucking hooligan. But
you heathen.
Skyline gives me free beer, so I don't know what I was doing anyway. I was probably just I don't know what I was doing. But I came back Saturday night, and that's what I said. The MC told me on Thursday, he's like, "Hey, you should set an alarm on Saturday for like 7:00 if you forget, you know, so that way." You know, you're like, and that's exactly what happened. Like 7:05, the alarm went off. Couldn't find Jay Mohr. Said something to the MC. I ran off. I don't know, probably to get a beer somewhere. I came back to ask Jay Mohr, and before I could even walk in the green room, he's like, I send your buddy's shit. His pen fucking sucks. So, because you gave us a gray pen, and the gray pen did not show up very well on the poster or the DVD. And so I was like, hey man, would you mind if I can find a black Sharpie? And he's like, oh hell yeah. He jumped off the couch of the green room and he found the black Sharpie before I did. He signed it. He's like, let me just tag this everywhere. And it's so funny because your gray Sharpie, it looks like you just came on Brittany Murphy's hair. So you can barely see it. It just looks like cum stains on Brittany's Murphy hair.
So here's the deal. I was like, you know, I have to get some sort of fucking marker for Tommy because I can't trust him to have a marker, find a marker, be responsible.
Right.
I'm like, I have to have everything all set up for him in order for this to actually happen. So like the night
I totally agree with.
Yeah. The night before I'm going to meet you to drop this shit off. I'm running around like crazy. I've got all this crap going on. And so I'm finding I had to find a marker, and I was like, well, the poster is kind of dark. So it would be really cool if it had like gray writing. And I was like,
I would think the same thing. I would absolutely think the same.
Yeah. I'm like, it'll stand out. It'll be really awesome. So I bought a Sharpie. Sharpies are good, right?
Yeah.
So,
it did not come through.
So that morning, the morning I was supposed to meet you in a few hours, I had like a piece of cardboard or something. And I tried it out. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. But I'm like, it's cardboard, you know, that's different. Yeah. Because I imagine this vivid gray just glowing.
Right. No, you had the right idea for sure.
Yeah. So then when you said, "Oh, it didn't show up at all," I'm like, God damn it! Of course it didn't.
Well, what? Hey, I walk in the green room and Jay's like, I signed your buddy's shit, but his fucking marker sucks. And I look at him, and literally, it was great because we didn't fucking take a magic eraser and like erase it, so you can still see it happen. It literally looks like there's cum stains of Brittany Murphy's hair.
That's.
So yeah, he signed it again. I think he put your name because he's like, "What's his name?" I was like, "Randy." So
yeah,
Randy.
Yeah, you took pictures of it, and it definitely says Randy somewhere.
That's awesome. Yeah, he was super cool. Super cool. Yeah. It was great. He was super funny. He does. I mean, I've always known of Jay Mohr. I've never been I don't want to say I wasn't a huge fan. He was just one of those guys that I've always been like, oh yeah, Jay Mohr's cool as fuck. Like whatever. He was on MTV. What was it? Lip Synced or whatever it was back in the day, right? He was the host of Lip Synced, I think it was called.
I don't know what that is. He was the host of Last Comic Standing, though.
No, he was on MTV way back, like when we were like 15 years old.
I don't know what that is.
14 years old. I think it was called Lip Synced. And
he's had an interesting career. I mean, he was on SNL. He wrote for SNL.
Yeah, it tells an amazing story about him and Chris Farley. Another story about him and Tracy Morgan, where he breaks up a fight with Tracy. He says, I walk in this bar, Tracy Morgan's fighting 8 dudes, and it's even. So it's like, and then he goes from there and he does the Tracy Morgan impression. It's just great.
Yeah, that's straight from Mohr stories. He used to talk about Tracy Morgan all the time. Jay Mohr's, I'm gonna get you pregnant, Jay Mohr's.
He says, "You my uncle, Jay Mohr's."
That's every time he did the Tracy Morgan impression, he always ended it with like, "I'm gonna get you pregnant."
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you pregnant, Jay Mohr.
No, that's funny because he says, he did say that one night on stage. He says, "You're my uncle's Jay Mohr. I'm gonna get you pregnant, Jay Mohr." You're my uncle's. But it's so funny because I YouTubed. He has this one stand-up bit. I think it's from like 2012, and he's somewhere big, like the Emmys, or I don't know. Nah, he can't be in the Emmys because he's in a flannel, but it's somewhere huge. And he's doing Norm Macdonald and Adam Sandler as if they're it's a scene from Goodfellas, funny like a clown, funny. So he's like, and Norm Macdonald is Joe Pesci, and Adam Sandler is Ray Liotta. And oh my god, dude, I was in tears. He didn't do it live. I wish he would have done it live, but YouTube it. It's fucking amazing. I should send a link. But it's Norm Macdonald song like funny like a clown, funny. I'm not Jay Mohr, so I can't do it. But then he like scrunches his face up. It's Adam Sandler, and he's like, "Oh, I don't mean it. I know, coach. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do it, but
Wow.
He did it fucking perfect. So I'm a huge Jay Mohr fan. I knew of him going in. I was very excited. I come out a huge fan. So.
It's interesting to me because that weekend was a whirlwind for me because I was like, at first you were like, I don't know if he likes me. Oh, first you were like, oh, he's super cool. And then you were like, I don't know if he likes me. I'm like,
well,
and then you were like, oh, he's super cool. I'm like, yeah, that's the traditional Tommy journey that a person has to go through.
I don't know if we should talk about this in the pod, but yeah, he was just, I think, I don't know, like I was drinking a lot and he was cool with me drinking a lot. And I don't know, I don't know what his addictions are. I don't know, but I know that he would disappear and then he would come back and he would disappear and come back, but he was always cool. So I don't know what Jay Mohr's got going on, but he was cool to me and I'm a huge fan now.
My favorite thing now is I can play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon and include you.
I'm getting to be a superstar.
So you, opened up for Jay Mohr, who was in a movie with Kevin Bacon called Picture Perfect.
Oh, nice. Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Picture Perfect starring Jennifer Aniston and Kevin Bacon. You talked to a person who kissed Jennifer Aniston in a movie.
I did.
How about that?
Jay Mohr. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
How many
Okay,
people
so-
have you ever talked to in your life that have kissed Jennifer Aniston? One, Tommy. One. That's pretty
I'm
amazing.
pretty famous now.
That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. I would like to kiss Jennifer Aniston. I would like to know somebody that kissed Jennifer Aniston.
Well,
You do. You do.
You can kiss me, and that would be like 6 degrees of kissing Jennifer Aniston.
And Kevin Bacon, apparently. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, no, Jay Mohr was great. He was very cool. Like I said, I really like the guy that he travels with, Cowboy Dan. I don't know if he goes by Cowboy Dan, but I call him Cowboy Dan because huge handlebar mustache, cowboy.
Did you
hat.
call him Cowboy Dan to his face?
I think I might have. He was super cool. He was super cool. Like, I even got a picture. Like, if anybody goes to my Facebook, Tom E. Thompson, or TOMY, don't matter. Either way, I got a picture of Cowboy Dan, and you can see he's got his Harley Davidson shirt on, and his cowboy, and his huge Fu Manchu handlebar mustache. He was a very jolly good fellow. I really liked him. But yeah, so I don't know why he travels with Jay. I never asked, and it's none of my business. But he was cool. So.
Yeah, I imagine he's like an accountability person or something.
Yeah, maybe a bodyguard or accountability or something. He looks like he can whip some ass. So
I think he was on his tour was like called Straight Out of Rehab or something. There's a tour he's on. So
he's definitely not shy about being sober. So it definitely could have been something with him being sober, but I don't want to speculate, and I don't want to be like, hey, I don't want any of you miserable retail slave fans being like, oh, Tommy Thompson said, as if we have more than 10. But
oh man, not anymore. Not anymore.
Right? Not after this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I wasn't there. I'm glad I wasn't you, because I'd ask them all about Jerry Maguire and Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, I mean, he was available, but he wasn't like, he probably would have answered all those things, but I don't know. I had to go on stage too, so I have that one thing where I never get starstruck, and I never treat a celebrity. I treat everybody with the same amount of respect, right? So I wasn't like Google Gaga over Jay Mohr, but I know he's a big star. That was awesome, but I treat the host of the comedy show just the same, So.
Oh man, let's take
Maybe I'm rambling, but
let's take bets, ladies and gentlemen, on who the next celebrity Tommy opens up for. Because you've opened up for Jay Chandrasekhar from Super Troopers, Jay Larson.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Kevin Farley. Speaking of the Farleys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay Mohr. I just want you to do Mark Maron. Open up for Mark Maron, would you?
I think I could probably do that.
Oh, you think so, huh? Look at this ego on this guy.
I mean, I don't know. Where's Mark Maron? I mean, maybe not. You're probably right. I probably can't do that, but I guess I sound like Mark Maron talking about opening up for Mark Maron. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I love Mark Maron.
Where are you? You're like away from the phone, and it's making me mad.
Oh, I was taking a shit.
I thought so.
I'll be back. I'm back now.
Man. I mean, you were in high school when Jay Mohr was in Jerry Maguire. Could you even imagine you'd ever be in that spot?
Yeah.
You don't appreciate anything. I'm trying to put it in perspective for you.
To be honest, I was way more excited about Jay Chandrasekhar.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't not excited about.
Well,
Jay
you're
Mohr.
kind of a blithering idiot anyway, so it doesn't surprise me you're not fazed by anything.
Well, I mean, and I don't mean that as a hit to Jay Mohr.
No, of course not.
I think when I opened up for Jay Chandrasekhar, I was still more, oh my God, I'm doing comedy and I'm doing comedy with celebrities and this is amazing. And now it's to the point where, all right, these guys are just like I am, or worse or better or whatever. They're just normal people. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, people are people, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I got to wash my hands after I use the bathroom. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe I just get jaded a little bit. So. I was super excited to open up for Jeff Dye, though. So I'm glad that happened. I think we talked about this in the pod, too. So.
Oh, in depth. And you'll never hear from him again, you poor bastard.
I don't know. I should message him right now.
Yes, please message him right now and see what he's up to.
He's actually filming a movie in Detroit for the past month.
Oh, really?
My oldest daughter keeps going, message him. Tell him to come hang out with us. She's joking, but, I'm like, yeah. Like he's gonna drive 50 miles north to hang out with me.
Yeah, for sure. I think he got his lifetime fill of Tommy Thompson.
He did message me after those shows and say that we're friends. So.
Oh, well, look at you.
Yeah.
It's more than you got from Jay Mohr's.
I like Jay Mohr, man. I want to message Jay Mohr.
Yeah, he's going back to LA and he's like, I opened up for this fucking weirdo named Tommy.
Dad, did I tell you? Like one point he was talking to some guy on the phone. He's like, I got a Midwestern hack opening up for me. And the guy on the phone was laughing. It was on speakerphone. And Jay Mohr's like, yeah, the motherfucker's got his jokes on a t-shirt. And whoever he's talking to was obviously like another big comedian that I don't know.
I was going to say, you're getting roasted by Jay Mohr to a famous person, I bet.
Oh, yeah, but that's great, right? And so the other guy goes, tell that hack to write better jokes so he doesn't have to sell them on his T-shirts after the show. And that's I was like, all right, he knows me. I'm getting out of here. And I just walked out of the room because I don't know, but it was so funny. Jay Mohr says, hey, man, I'm opening up this Midwestern hack's opening up for me. He's got his fucking jokes on his T-shirt, which is old style. And I think they were just busting my balls, but.
Yeah, I think that's like a...
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he was really trying to be hurtful by any means. I think he was trying to be, busting my balls, which is cool. I guess it's a badge of honor that I could wear that Jay Mohr busted my balls.
Now I want to know who he was talking to.
Yeah. He had a lot of guys call him. I remember I was in the green room and another guy called him and he was like, hey, man, you're going to be at this club in Appleton, which we were at in a couple weeks. And the guy was like, yeah. And I just left the green room. The green room's really small. It's super nice. I mean, they stock it full of food and beer and everything. But I didn't want to be in there when he was on the phone with people.
I mean, he had it on speakerphone.
Yeah, but I talk on speakerphone too. I can't stand it. Nah, I have to have.
Oh my God, was it Bobcat Goldthwait? He's going to be there in June.
It might be. Yeah, it might be. I didn't even think about that to look up who's coming.
We got Arius Spears. We got Caleb Sinan. Jonathan Kite.
It was probably Bobcat.
Yeah, that would make the most sense to me.
I mean, that would the more sense.
The more sense to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Or David Keckner was going to be there for.
Oh yeah, Champ Kind.
Yeah, maybe that would make sense too.
It could have been because he did say you're going to be there in a couple weeks. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're Tommy's a big shot, so give us all your downloads. Hey, I don't know what you're saying. Are you eating right now?
Damn it. I was trying to be discreet, but yes.
You chew like a Neanderthal. How could you do this? You're chewing on Mike, you disgusting pig.
I'm a glutton.
Yeah, you are. This has been the Miserable Retail Slave Show. We're a big dumb comedy show that also, I mean, there's all sorts of ASMR videos out there on YouTube that people listen to, and it's people chewing various foodstuffs to put them to sleep. They find the sounds comforting, I guess. So keep chewing, I guess, you know?
Okay.
But don't. It makes me sick. Ugh. We are a big dumb comedy show. If you liked what you listened to, I mean, we were a little bit off today because Tommy's just like chewing pizza and drunk off his arse.
I thought it was fun.
Oh, fun. You would think it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
If you like what you heard, suggest to a friend. Be like, hey, these guys, you know. Tune in to the live stream for The Cure Thursday, May 19th. May 19th, Thursday, live stream for The Cure. That'll also be the kickoff of our 10th year of Miserable Retail Slave.
Oh, wow.
10 years of mediocrity. So,
at most.
At most. I don't know. It's a good time. We're gonna be here. We're gonna do stuff. We're gonna make an active attempt to make this a thing.
Yeah. Sound like Stuart Smalley. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like us.
They do. Gosh darn it, and I hope you do too.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, stay miserable. Bye-bye.
Bye.